Hey guys, I just wanted to explain the journaling procedure and the novel breakdown a little bit further to make sure that we're all on the same page. So under Thursday's folder, you're going to see the novel procedures and breakdown. So your first book is going to be Catcher in the Rye, and each time you read, you're going to be given a section to read and expected to do a journal. But I'm only asking for one journal per section I give you. So for example, the first section of reading you have to do, if you look down at this breakdown, is chapters 1 through 4. I'm going to ask for one journal, not one per chapter. So I want to be clear about that. So every time you read a chunk, this is what you're going to do. You're going to put the book name, so Catcher in the Rye, and book author, which is J.D. Salinger, and then you would put chapters 1 through 4. And then here it's where you're going to go into the summary of the plot and the character development. What happened in this section? What were the main events? How did the characters change? How did the characters stay the same? What are you seeing? What happened? This book you're going to find is a little bit difficult because there isn't a ton of action. The book only takes place over a couple days, but it feels like forever because he hardly sleeps. This is really about Holden Caulfield, your main character, and his development. So there's still plenty to talk about because Holden's going to give you plenty to talk about, but plot isn't going to be as immense as you are probably used to with most books. Then, so that should, by the way, be a paragraph. Okay, I'm going to show you an example. And then here, I want you to tell me what you thought of it. So in a paragraph, tell me, did you like it? Did you dislike it? Why? What did you like? What didn't you like? What do you think about it? How do you feel? It's always tough when you start a book to figure out if you're going to like it or not. And Catcher in the Rye is no exception. Usually by the end, I get about 99% of my kids who like it. What questions arise about the passage? You need to have 2 to 3 questions after those 2 paragraphs explaining what happened and what you thought of it. Just 2 to 3 that could say like, I don't understand what this happened, like, or I'm confused about this. Was this? Like anything you have that's a question. I should see 2 to 3, and then we'll be able to answer those in Q&As. And then this is the novel breakdown. I'm not gonna lie, I've never taught block in my life. And so while we have the same amount of time per week, we don't have it spaced out the same, which is a bit trickier. So we're gonna see how the first book goes, and then I can make some adjustments for the next one if we find that this isn't working. But in a typical semester, back last year, we would have done about 2 to 3 journals per week. So we're gonna see how we do. We'll play it by ear. I always give class time to do some reading. So for those of you who are flex at home, or maybe you're remote that day, it would just mean that you're reading from home. I'll still try to give you time in class. I just have to figure out what that's gonna look like. And then short stories will kind of pepper in different places. So that is the expectation for journaling. Your first journal, I'll be kind and give you feedback and say like, this is bad and you did a bad job. Here's a 10 out of 10, but for the future, I need you to do better, and here's where you need to improve. And then on your second one, the expectation will be that you do exactly what's asked of you, and if you don't, then you'll see your score go down. So if you decide, I'm gonna blow off this whole entire section, you're gonna get a 6 out of 10. So that is gonna be the journaling process. And so if you decide you wanna read in advance, you can. That's why I give this out, because most kids wanna read advance. That's fine, just don't spoil anything. You know the rule. And that's it. So this is what you're gonna be doing when we journal, and that's gonna be your majority of your grades in this class, because we do read so much and the journaling is very important. So if you have any questions about the journaling process, please just let me know. We're gonna be doing them through Schoology. So if you just have any issues or questions, just reach out. I'm happy to help. You can reach out through Remind or via email. Thank you.